So he will talk about this one. It's sliding window, variable size, obvious. So for this, it's so much more about the playout series because this is not the legal question. It's more about the concept per se. So, yep, cool. So playout series, obvious. So I mean the hero per se that we're talking is a sliding window, and for this time round, I think it's like a variable size per se, and where you actually using a brute force to actually fight against the sliding window. And for conditions, um, uh, there's only the after because there's no before, because no leak code question specific per se. Right. So the playout series. Cool. So first up we have two. So I mean, yep, fine, cool. So we have I think the L and the R to be set at the starts. So it's like within this window per se. And then we ask like the total value, is it towards the target per se, which is 6? It's not. So we gotta increment our R by 1. And now our sliding window has become this. Add them up. This is 6. Nope. It's by 1. add up all the values per se. So I mean here at the start it's already a 3, 1, 2 and 4 per se. Add the values. Is it a 6 towards target? Is it this? So you have like a system, let's say it's our max size per se, and then so we sort of like account it that this time out is 3, and we have like another thing that totals up the total value per se, and yeah, adding everything up, and it's 6, and that's because the requirement per se is that they have to be, you know, to be the size window to be as little as possible. That was like the question specific was asking for. So obviously we want to decrease this, so you're gonna try to remove this. As you remove, you're gonna update your value per se in the system. It's gonna -2, it's gonna become 4, and it's gonna shift the R as well over, and now your L is over here, and then up 6 again. Fine, but it's not gonna update towards here because it's already 3. We have like a 1 that's before. It's fine, but we update the value. We don't necessarily need to recalculate every single thing from the window per se. Just add the new data to our existing one, and it's 6. And it's fine. Cool. And finally, we do hit the value, but we want to be greedy again. So therefore, we shift our L pointer again. Delete over here, move the L. But this time around, we don't hit the target at all. Not gonna do much. So we got to move our R pointer per se to here. Obviously, we're gonna -3 as we delete. So it doesn't hit the value per se. But this time around, 3 plus 4, it's 7. It does hit the target per se. And then the window doesn't update for the maximus because previous we already have the highest record, 3 already. But we're gonna try to be greedy again. We're gonna try to delete this and see whether we hit. It's a -1. It actually does hit, and the current max size we're gonna update it because it's smaller than the previous, because we're trying to find the lowest number possible. Cool. So now we're gonna try to be greedy once more and see whether we can delete these ones. And it actually doesn't hit the target anymore. It's a 4 per se. Cool. So we gotta shift R again because we don't hit the target. We find the value. It's 7, and it's the value, but it doesn't really update the value per se because previous already stored a record. Add 2 values. Fine. Cool. Try to be greedy. It's a 3. Doesn't meet the target, but it's the end of list. Nothing to update. The end of payout series. Cool. So I think the inspiration that I'm drawing from all this is that they always have us to actually check with the target value per se. So to me at least it's like there's always a form of like conditional checker that adds up the value and asks whether it tallies or not. And based on that, it's gonna like maneuver our map. The L and R is gonna shift accordingly. If say like the size already don't hit, it's gonna only RR gonna move per se. But once R hits, we're gonna try to be greedy, we're gonna move the L. So the L and R, the maneuver around the map, is gonna be very much based on the conditional checks. So if say if it meets, it's gonna try to close in the L. But if it don't meet, it's gonna try to expand the R. And it's sort of like rinse and repeat throughout the entirety of the system. But at the core of things is like it has this conditional based on whether whether this value is lesser or bigger. So if it's like lesser per se, it's gonna most likely move my R per se if it's like lesser. But if it's like more, I'm gonna try to be greedy, so I'm gonna close it with my L per se. So L is gonna close in. So based on different conditions, it's gonna move R and L, and that's why it's gonna maneuver around the map for the L and R based on whether the LR condition set. And to me, sliding window is just very conditional based, and it's very useful when you want to actually meet a certain target. And the spell, obviously, sliding window, it means it maneuver around map like based on like conditionals, which is really good when you especially you have like a before condition that asks you that I want to hit my target to be a certain value, why not have you. And also obvious gonna use the brute force to actually fight against your sliding window. And for this case, I just I just feel that this sliding window, it's like very like a hero with job, and what the brute force argument is gonna look like is that it's gonna go here, it's gonna go here, it's gonna go here, it's gonna go here. But for your legal question specific, it's like asking that you only want when the target hit 6, but you doing the moment you go to this, it's just like, bro, you are not listening, you are not thinking. I just say I want to target 6, you shouldn't even include this anymore. Like if you do this, it's just not following the rules. Like you aren't following the rules. You're not following the rules on the map. You're not moving right. You're out. So brute force, bye bye to you. So yep, with that, everything comes to an end.